How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We just had something extremely bullish. Actually, a couple really bullish things happen. And you can see the market is starting to move up here today. Bitcoin's back at 68.2 after falling down to about 68 over or 66 overnight. It sounds like Grayscale might be done dumping so much Bitcoin, and I have some proof to back it up. We also have some people that are getting in that have billions and billions and trillions of dollars to put into crypto. By the way, in case you didn't see, this is Connor Kenny. You can check out his channel. He's over at the house for the week. But yeah, maybe we'll do a collaboration video or something later. Now, if you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this as soon as I make them. There'll be a link to Margex underneath the video as well in case you want to start trading cryptocurrencies. There's a deposit bonus. It's really easy to set up. You don't need to KYC yourself, which means you don't have to put in your personal information. You can start trading. If what I'm saying today makes you bullish, maybe you want to go put on a long. There's also a link underneath the video to CoinW as well, and you can get access to a private trading group that's just for our community and a few others. They give you live trading sessions. They give you extra bonuses, all that kind of stuff. So there's a link to that underneath the video as well. Now, let's take a look at some of the news here today. The first Bitcoin spot ETF in Australia is going to go live in 2024. This would be the first Australian ETF to hold Bitcoin directly. Obviously, Australia is a big market, not quite as big as the US, but there are still tons of people there that want exposure to Bitcoin. I believe there are actually a decent number of people in Australia per person that actually like crypto. Like it's more of a crypto hub than a lot of countries. Also have the Kingdom of Bhutan that's going to increase mining capacity 6x. So if you didn't know, they've been mining Bitcoin. This country has been mining Bitcoin for well over a year now, and now they're 6xing their mining capacity. This helps the whole network, helps with more countries trying to adopt Bitcoin as well. They say, oh, Kingdom of Bhutan is mining. They like it. They're scaling up. There must be a reason. They've had this for a while. It's not like they just have a big chunk of money and they're trying to figure out some place to put it and they're just throwing $5 billion into Bitcoin. No, maybe they are, but they're scaling up after doing it for a while. So they're obviously getting good results. Okay, now let's get to the more bullish stuff. Two big things that happened here today. So Eric Balkanis says BlackRock updated its Bitcoin ETF prospectus with many new authorized participants, including first-timer Citadel, Goldman Sachs, UBS, and Citigroup. So the takeaway, big-time firms now want a piece of the action and/or are now okay being publicly associated with this. And I think this is the case for a lot of different companies. They hear Bitcoin ETFs are approved. Okay, it takes them a while to feel good about maybe putting their foot in the race or starting the race, starting to buy some Bitcoin ETFs or starting to sell it to their clients. It takes a while. A lot of the big financial advising firms aren't doing it yet. But when you have BlackRock, when you have Fidelity, when you have tens of billions of dollars flowing in, that's quite bullish. More people want a piece of the action, and we've seen that more and more. There seems to be like a bit of a panic to be able to get your hands on some Bitcoin. We know Goldman Sachs, we know UBS are both trying to approve Bitcoin ETFs to be sold. And these are large companies. Citadel, 58 billion AUM. You've probably heard about them. I think they were part of the GameStop days. But Goldman Sachs, 2.8 trillion AUM. UBS, 3.1 trillion. Citigroup, 2.4 trillion. These are massive companies. And they're all trying to get in on the action. They all want a part of the action. And I say that they're panicking and they're starting to buy this or they need to get in, but it makes a lot of sense. If, let's say, someone's with their friends on a golf course and they're talking about how much money they made with their financial advisor or that they bought Bitcoin, and then someone's kind of pissed off, they say, hey, I'm not investing in Bitcoin. Why isn't my financial advisor letting me buy some? They go to their financial advisor the next week. Hey, we need some Bitcoin. And they say, no, we can't buy it for you. Yeah, they're going to be pissed. There are going to be a lot of companies that have to offer it just because otherwise they'll lose clients, like Vanguard, right? They say they're not offering Bitcoin because it doesn't fit their morals. It will fit their morals. It will fit their investment objective. If enough people make money, enough people cause a ruckus, enough people are pissed off, that they have to start allowing people to buy it. I think that's coming, and maybe they'll get around it. Maybe there'll be some product where you can do like a covered call Bitcoin ETF or something, and they'll offer that because it produces a yield. And we also have news that GBTC is going to decrease their selling. I'll explain why that is, because we found some wallets, and this is extremely bullish. But first, I want to talk about RGAME. Big news from partner of the channel, RGAME. They have an open alpha test that's now live. So they are doing a token drop. Their token launch is just in a few days. I believe we can see it right here on their website, which I'll leave a link to underneath the video. They have 3 days, 17 hours. Now there's user generated content, but they've also integrated AI designs in this as well. They already have thousands of alpha players. You can see on their Twitter page too, they have a lot of followers, a lot of ones that I follow too, which is always a good sign. So as I said, they're listing on the 8th, and they're launching on a lot of different centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. You'll be able to buy them on Gate.io, Mexi, Jupiter, and PancakeSwap. So it's on Solana and on BEP20 or BNB chain, which is pretty cool. And as far as I know, RGAME is the first real gaming and AI company or project that has a fully customized platform that's built both on Unreal and Unity. Here's some of their backers as well: BMW Capital, X, Gamevolution, and they're powered by Phantasma, which is actually a cryptocurrency that I talked about a decent amount last bull run. It was a crypto that I bought because it was kind of the base layer of a lot of gaming projects. I should probably look into that one again as well. You can see their team as well on their website. You can do a lot more digging as well, including looking at what's coming up next: governance, marketplace, staking, R models, and a virtual garage. Now, of course, always do your own due diligence. Make sure that you know what you're buying before you buy anything, but you can check out their information underneath the video. So we got some news from Arkham. Genesis GBTC redemption wallets are now on Arkham. Genesis Trading has redeemed GBTC worth about 32,000 Bitcoin or $2.1 billion over the past 3 weeks as part of their ongoing bankruptcy process. Now, we knew this was going to happen. Genesis was going to sell a lot of GBTC to repay people, but we didn't know how fast this would occur. Now we can see it. So over 3 weeks, if we go 3 weeks back, let's say it ended on April 1st. Okay, there's 1 week there, another week. So you can see an uptick in selling all this time in here. And then the last 3 days, the selling's been pretty muted. 82 million, 75, 79. Obviously a lot less than what we saw in here, with an average of 250 million maybe sold a day. This is extremely bullish. This means there's one less person trying to dump Bitcoin on the market, not because they're not bullish on Bitcoin, but because they have to. It's part of the bankruptcy process. They have no choice but to sell. So what does this mean? Well, obviously one less big seller means that we are less likely to continue to see large outflows from GBTC, meaning the price is going to go up. Now, we have seen lower volume from some of the other ETFs recently, like BlackRock and Fidelity. There could be a variety of reasons for that, but yesterday we did have a pretty good day. FBTC had 125 million worth of inflows. Overall, we had 213 million worth of inflows with the outflows from GBTC. So yeah, if the big ETFs continue to buy $200 million worth of Bitcoin a day, that's going to force up the price. And of course, we're going through some turbulence now, right? We're floating around here. It's before the halving, but usually after the halving is when we actually move up pretty significantly. So I'm very bullish, right? We're moving into the halving, I think, with bigger entities than ever before, entities that don't care about price as much, entities that are going to put this in a lot of retirement funds, especially once it continues moving up. They're going to want to include it in more places because they can sell it really easy to their clients. Like, this is the best performing asset. This is the first time you've ever been able to buy it easily. Put it in your retirement account, or we're going to add to your retirement account. You're never going to know, and you're just going to buy it passively for the next 30 years. That's bound to happen. So I think all this news is really good. Obviously, we could have some volatility, but let me know your thoughts underneath the video. Definitely check out Connor. You can find his channel. Just look for Connor Kenny. And also use the links underneath the video in case you want to start trading. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Again, thanks to RGAME for sponsoring this video too.